Hello everyone, this is General Hand Grenade. Welcome to my war room in Prince George, British Columbia. It is Christmas Eve, and the big fat man in the red suit is going to be riding a sleigh all over the world tonight, bringing all the good little boys and girls their presents, and it's going to be fun. I have grandchildren, like my kids are all grown up now, but the grandchildren they're just right into it, and so I'm thrilled about that. I can't wait to see them in the morning tomorrow and watch them open their presents, and I'm sure a lot of you have the same kids or grandkids or something, and you're looking forward to it as well. So that's great. Anyway, so we had a contest today we had one the other day, and today we're going to give it out the prize, and I'll just remind you what the prize is. There's a combatminiatures.org mug with the roundels on it. I got my coffee in there, and then there's the 4 coasters there. Hang on a second. That cup seems a little bit too full. Have to drain that. Don't want it to get cold, right? So here's the contest. Now, if you don't see your name on here, that's because you've won a contest recently, and so I left you off there. When the new year starts, and we'll throw everybody's name back on, but it's not that I don't appreciate you. It's just you just won a present or prize, and so we're going to give everybody else a chance. There's 48 entries, so lots of entries in this one. Get in a roll, get 8 names, and then I have an 8-sided dice, but I can't find it, so we're just going to use the 12-sided dice and roll it about 1,000 times until we get a number between 1 and 8. Before I get to that, though, let me just say a word about Christmas. It's likely that most of you will be seeing lots of family tomorrow, and maybe you're looking forward to that, maybe you're not. We live in such a divided world now, don't we? And it used to be that our world was divided between nations, you know, and it still is to a certain extent, but more and more it's like we're divided in our own households and with our neighbors and with our friends and everything, and you know, like especially in the age of the internet, where people are sharing stuff that they think is written by Joe Blow down the street, but it's actually written by somebody on the other side of the world with the expressed intent to turn us against each other. So let's call an armistice over the Christmas break here, all of us. Let's just vow to do that, and just try to get along. Let's not talk about the divisive issues and everything. Let's just enjoy ourselves and give your parents a big hug and your siblings a big hug, and even their funny looking kids, give them a hug too, and your own kids, well, make sure that they're going to eat the Brussels sprouts on their plate for no other reason than you had to when you were a kid. I don't know. It could be that's a Canadian thing. Maybe you don't even know what a Brussels sprout is, but I can tell you that it tasted like it didn't taste very good. It kind of tasted like sweat socks to me. Didn't matter what you put on it too. Everybody, but you got to try these ones, right? No, they all taste gross, believe me. So make sure your kid eats them, just because I think it builds character. Anyway, so let's all sign an armistice, and we can fight about things again next week. But let's give that up for a couple days, okay? All these names on here, yeah, and it all worked out good. There's no groups of 5 or anything like that. So let's put this over here, and we'll start with the first group. 5. That is Scott McClanahan. So put his name down, and cross those people off. Next group. 5 again. That is Playing Kid. Remember, the prizes here are from Richard at combatminiatures.org, and I'm sure that he's feeling the love over the holidays here because of all the people that wished him a Merry Christmas in the comment section. So thank you to all my subscribers for doing that. I really like Richard, and I'm glad that you showed him that love. So the next one is a 2, and that's Black Kaiser. Okay. And the next one. 6. That would be the Axis and Allies Nerd. Nerd. Okay. And the next group. 2. Jorn Updahl. I remember Jorn. He won a map off me a few years ago. There we go. And 2 again. Where are we? Oh, here we are. I forgot to cross the last one off. Panzer King. I've heard of him before. In fact, the last game was over at his house. Okay. And let's cross them guys off before I forget. Here goes another 3. Per Mandrup. And the last group, here, I want to show you something here. The last group includes No Limit. I'm cheering for you this time, buddy. We need to roll a 6 and then we need to roll an 8 for you. But, you know, I guess I got to tell everybody, this guy is probably the hardest working person in our community. He puts more effort into making his videos than any of us. You know, he doesn't just turn the camera on. He's got costumes and he's playing songs and he's doing all kinds of crap, right? And he also is very supportive of everybody in the community. He's just about the first one to comment on every video that comes out in the Axis and Allies community. So I'm gonna send a very special Merry Christmas out to No Limit and the No Limit Show. If you haven't been to his channel before, I recommend that you do. Go check him out. And when you do me a favor. Tell him what you think of Brussels sprouts, okay? Let's all let No Limit know what we think of Brussels sprouts. He will get a kick out of that. Anyway, let's see if you get it this time, buddy. You need a 6 and... Oh, it's a 5. Sorry. Anyway, that's good for Francesco, though. That's Francesco Lazaro. That doesn't mean that we're not thinking of you, though, No Limit. Everybody go check his channel out. So, here we go. Let's take a look. We got the 8 names now. Let's just cross these guys off. So, Scott McClanahan, Playing Kid, Black Kaiser, the Axis and Allies Nerd. Oops, not looking at it. Sorry about that, guys. Jorn Updahl, Panzer King, Per Mandrup, and Francesco Lazaro. So, we're going to roll the green dice, and we have to get somewhere between 1 and 8. And if it's a 9, then I'm just going to give him my address and make up a new name. I don't think that's going to work, though, because he already knows my name. So, here we go. Good luck, everybody. Merry Christmas to number 1. That's Scott McClanahan. Yay, Scott McClanahan. I shook up the world. I'm a bad man. All right, Scott, so I'm going to need you to get a hold of me. Probably the best place is on axisandallies.org. Just send me a private message. I'm General Hand Grenade on there as well. So send me a private message, and I need your legal name and address. And then I will pass that on to Richard at Combat Miniatures. And he will mail you the coaster, the cup, and not General Hand Grenades bottle of Carolyn's. And to the rest of you, I'm sorry you didn't win this time, but sneak peek, this isn't the only thing that Richard sent me. There's something else, and hopefully I'll have time to draw that before New Year's, okay? So keep watching. It's something just as cool as this, maybe even cooler, depends on who you are. So watch for that. Congratulations to Scott McClanahan, and Merry Xmas, and Happy Holidays, and Happy New Year, and all the other happies that go along with the holidays to all of you. Thank you, everyone. General Hand Grenade out.